I'm getting like a placebo pickle pucker.
Placebo pickle pucker. You're picking up a placebo pickle pucker.
That's the intro right there.
Inspired by the adventures of our nurses, therapists, and techs, A Beer with Atlas is the only healthcare traveling craft beer drinking podcast. Each week, we'll open a few beers, talk about the brewery and the style of beer, and then dive into some research curated specifically for each episode. In the end, we hope each one sounds like a conversation you'd have with your friends while enjoying a few cold ones.
Welcome to another episode of A Beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm Brian.
And our beers this week are courtesy of Michelle Swain.
Well, it's one beer, right?
Well, one.
Don't give me two. I was excited for a second.
Well, there's more next week, too. She said.
Oh, we got a two-parter. Okay,
yes.
I see what's happening now.
So, two-parter. This is part one. Beers from Michelle Swain at AHS Staffing in Texas.
You know what? I'm pretty sure I see her name all over the craft beer board. The nurse one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
She's the admin. She started that board.
So these are legit beers.
Legit.
Okay.
Yep, for real.
Excellent.
Like, she wrote like a full page handwritten you want to try this beer because of this and this one because of this, and I listened to this podcast, and so you need to drink this one now. And it all started because of this beer, Best Maid Sour Pickle Beer from Martin House Brewing.
Wow. I can't wait. This thing has got some pub.
Tons.
This summer it was everywhere on the internet.
I'm scared, man.
I am too, but in a good way.
I like pickles.
I love pickles.
I love pickles.
Oh, then it's probably going to be great.
And I love sour beer.
I honestly love to drink the pickle juice after I finish the
Ding,
pickles.
ding. That's a winner right there. That's right. That's what you do. You don't waste that.
You do this too?
Yeah, why not?
It's good for the muscles.
It's salty.
It's really good for your muscles.
Yes.
Really?
So when I was in Colorado
Yeah.
on my trip about, 2 months ago or so, and my brother-in-law did that major bike race.
Yeah.
One of the things he had with him was pickle juice packs. They almost look like those little, Tasty Freeze popsicles.
Like freezer pops.
They're like
yeah.
those, and
Oh.
he freezes them, and then he has them in his backpack, and as he's riding his bike, he hits pickle juice. They had like 2 or 3 of them in his pack for the ride because it's good for your muscles and replenishes you. And
You'll never get
sodium.
You'll never get
you gotta have that
cramps.
sodium. Yeah.
Oh.
So in middle school, my football coach would swear by pickle juice,
Really?
and I had really bad. I don't know why, but I would get calf cramps during practice, during games, whatever. I just wasn't drinking enough water,
Or skim
or
milk.
skim milk, as we
Right.
found out that's more hydrating than water.
Super
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. And he would always have a jar of pickle juice for whoever got cramps, and we would have to drink the pickle juice. Yeah.
That sounds like a punishment, but
No, it was great. I loved it.
That's why he was faking cramps. That and for the leg massage.
I'm cramping up again,
Oh,
coach.
God, I should need another one.
Yeah.
I need more pickle juice.
I can't rub you down anymore, so
Here's this pickle
drink
juice.
some pickle juice.
Yeah. That
It's
sounds like a
old-
good time either way.
Old-timey
It
recipe.
was amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh, it looks like pickle juice almost. It's not
totally-
green, but it has that same look.
it totally looks like pickle juice.
Holy smokes. Just smell it.
And I was like, pickle juice?
Oh my gosh. This is going to be this is the strongest smelling beer we've had. I don't even know if I am scared now.
I'm going to change up how I did my research because it's important to understand where these pickles came from.
You know what? We might have covered some of the same territory, but
Did
that's
you?
okay.
All right. So I'll be real.
That's all right. I got plenty more.
All right. So Fort Worth's own Best Maid Pickles and Martin House Brewing Company have teamed up to bring you a sour pickle beer and a craft beer pickle, which we didn't get.
No.
But I don't know if she could have shipped pickles to us.
Oh, you know what we forgot?
What?
We have those vodka pickle or the moonshine pickles in the fridge.
Those things are gross.
Ooh, I had
really?
one that was bad.
I don't think I tried it.
No,
We did a video. Who shot that
we
video?
did. I can't
That was a long
remember.
time ago. I had 2 pickles that day. And
man.
that wasn't great.
So
I saw the spirit world that day. Ooh, those were strong.
this is directly off their website. We'll be canning. So this is them. This delicious. Get
Pickle
it?
pun.
Delicious sour beer mid-August 2019 with the brewery just down the road from the Best Maid Pickles Factory. This is a collaboration that is sure to delight both beer and pickle fans.
Best made pickles are a big Texas thing.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like a famous Texas thing. So this is kind of why, one of the reasons it's got so much pub is it's kind of a big thing.
All right.
This thing legit just smells like pickle juice. Like, I don't even know if there's
like
beer
pickle
in
juice.
here.
Yeah. They might have just like pickled, like
Are we
just
gonna-
bottled cans.
We're going to go for it?
All right, on the count of
Let's do
three,
this.
fellas.
One, two, three.
Oh.
I don't hate
Wow.
it.
I don't hate it.
I love pickle juice, and I love this beer.
You're waiting for that pickle pucker. Oh my gosh, alliteration.
yeah.
You don't get the pickle pucker.
The
That's
sour.
hard. That's dangerous to say, pickle pucker. You get the sour at the end.
Yeah.
You don't get that burn of the pickle, but up front it is 100% pickle.
It's weird
that thing is weird and kind of good.
and more than kind of good. Wow.
I wouldn't want to drink a lot of it.
No.
This is the right amount.
I could drink
think-
a can of it probably.
Ooh, I don't think
I could do like 2 cans, 3 cans.
Jeez, you are a pickle freak.
I love this. This is awesome.
This is like his best beer ever.
Like with any
5.
sour though, you got to go 3 times. You got to try it 3 different times because it
gonna
just
hit 2
changed
here.
on the second taste. It just changed. Less pickle, more
Less pickle.
sour, right? All right, so
I guarantee you don't want this one to get warm.
no.
You know what it says right on the can?
Drink ice cold.
No, it says 12 ounces, but it says crispy. Just like pickles are, crisp. It's a crisp drink.
I guess I don't even know what crisp would mean.
So
in
Martin's,
beer.
a blue Martin is a bird, right? Mm-hmm. So that's Martin House. They
I
have
actually
a bird
got
on
into
their
that a little
logo.
bit.
Oh, okay,
a little
cool.
bit here too.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm getting like a placebo pickle pucker.
Placebo pickle pucker. You're picking up a placebo pickle,
pucker.
That's the intro
Wow.
right there.
Jeez, that's a lot of
So this is super interesting, and I'd love to know. I'll talk to Michelle about this on Facebook, but like how close she is to Martin House Brewing because there's some interesting. Their website is just full of facts about the brewery and stuff. Like there's a ton of fun stuff on there. Martin House Brewing is located at 220 South Sullivan Ave in Fort Worth, Texas. They actually have a little disclaimer on there. We are just west of Sullivan on 4th Street at the northeast corner of 4th and Trinity River. Even though our address is on Sullivan Avenue, the entrance is off 4th Street.
Sounds like that brewery that Wiley Roots. It's hard to find it.
Exactly,
You gotta know
hard
where
to
you're going.
find. Kind of like Avery, too. Like Avery there in Colorado. You have to kind of turn and then turn, actually, to get there. It's not on the actual road that it's...
That says it is?
Right.
Yeah.
Open Monday through Thursday, 4 to 10. Friday.
Friday day. That's a new day that's
is-
open. I like that
That's
day.
the second Friday, actually. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, noon to 10. So the Martin House Brewing Company name comes from its founders and from a symbol synonymous with the company's values. The purple martin is a native Texan who nests in shared houses.
Purple Martin.
Purple
Okay.
martin, yeah. And there's there's a picture of one. He's not very purple. I mean,
Do
he
they
kinda
live
is.
in like a mud nest?
Yeah,
Am I thinking of?
Maybe.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong kind of bird.
They share them, like, I don't know.
Like I'm thinking more like a swallow. You know, like the bridge ones you see when you drive over a bridge over the river and it's just
Yes.
packed with mud.
Yep.
I always thought those were like a martin family bird, but maybe I'm
They
not.
could be. I don't know.
The third drink of that, it even went sideways on me. It was like more pickly sour.
Isn't that weird how
This
it kind
is
of did
so
the same
strange.
thing? Yeah.
It's like a choose your own adventure. I don't know where we're going.
That's awesome. Established Martin House Brewing, established March 2012. So they've been around for 7 years now.
Yeah. Isn't it kind of crazy? This is not on topic, but it's kind of crazy that 2012 was 7 years ago.
I know.
Like the 2000 teens were like, yeah, oh my gosh, time flies.
Dolan, you were probably what? You were junior high back then, yeah?
I was a freshman in 2012.
See, I was close. I was close.
Just drinking pickle juice, and
Yeah.
now he's drinking pickle juice
Oh yeah.
beer.
Yep.
Times
geez.
change, and yet they stay the same.
Interesting, interesting kind of founder story here too with them. There were 4 different people. Like I just kept scrolling through 4 different people. So Cody and Anna Martin, David Wiedemeyer.
Sounds right.
Sorry, David. Yeah, Wiedemeyer and Adam Myers. So from what I can tell, Cody graduated from University of Texas at Arlington in 2005 and started home brewing that year. David got his MBA. David seems like the smart one, quite honestly. He seems like the book smart one, maybe, out of the group. Got his MBA from UT Dallas in 2005 and is kind of the business development guy.
Sure.
Did some business-to-business stuff before 2012. So Adam graduated with Cody from UT Arlington in 2005 and then worked with him after college. They're both engineers, so they're probably smart as well.
They're all probably smarter than us.
That's 100% true.
That.
Yeah. And then it's probably all Anna's fault because she bought a home brewing kit for Cody for his birthday in 2005.
That's a theme, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girlfriends, wives want to spend less time with their men. Give them these gifts. Get out of my hair.
Yep.
Go make your beer in the garage with your buddies and don't talk to me.
You're in the garage anyway.
Yeah.
So
There
you might
you
as
go.
well do something while you're out there.
Yep.
So that's that's kind of how it all got started for him. So 7 years ago, 2012, they started brewing and haven't looked back since. They got a nice looking campus too. I mean, their campus, it looks kind of like that, like a little campus area from the pictures.
I bet you there's so many breweries in Texas you could go to them and you never get to all of them.
And never
That's
kind of
such a big state,
Dolan, I got to keep drinking on this.
Is this
I
a
will
novelty
drink
beer?
yours if you don't finish it.
I know you will.
Is this a novelty beer? Would you say?
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not like novelty like the Rocket Fizz where you get like the bacon flavored pop and stuff like that.
Right.
Because that's just gross.
Yeah.
That's just gross. This is more like, oh, that's weird. I should try that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
move on.
I had it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dolan's like, nope, give me a sixer.
Dolan finished it. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. I've never seen him this excited about
He's it. Yeah.
I seriously love pickles. Like, I just do.
I love me some pickles too, but
Like, when I make cheeseburgers on the grill, like, I think it's a little bit more pickle than cheeseburger.
Wow. That's ridiculous. I like it though.
okay. Hey, everyone's got their. I love me some mushrooms. Like I love mushrooms.
On your burger?
On the burger, in the salad,
Just anywhere.
in the sauteed. Not the kind of mushrooms that Dolan likes. The mushrooms that you eat that you don't hallucinate.
Oh, I thought you were talking about shiitake.
Yes, well that too.
Oh, I
Come
like
in.
shiitake too.
I love me those as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man. I don't know, Dolan. Maybe you have to finish this. It's weird.
That's never happened in the show. You have to drink it.
I'm drinking it.
We have never had to drink another person's beer on this show ever. And it's not even that. It's not like it's bad.
No, it's just
It is what it says it is.
100%.
But
is
the smell, it's hard to get
pickle.
over. Woo. If you're not into pickles, don't drink this beer.
It reminds me of, like, when my grandma would can her own pickles. Mm-hmm. Just that smell would be throughout the whole house.
Yeah. That would be, yeah, I could see that.
Would you call that smell delicious?
Delightful.
I don't even want to follow those two. Those are terrible.
Those are horrible.
But they were pretty good.
Yep. Ooh. All right.
You want to hear some info I got?
I do.
Are you still going?
Nope, go. Hit it.
All right. Well, I got some best made information here. So they founded 1926. They've been making pickles since 1926.
That's a long time to make pickles.
90 years.
Gosh.
They have 8 different types.
Okay.
They make a line of sweet jalapenos. They make 3 different kinds of relish.
Okay.
And they have 5 kinds of what I would call dressing, but it's not necessarily salad dressing. It's more like spreads and other sort of liquid condiments. They make a barbecue sauce. They make like a mayonnaise, that sort of thing.
So it's not all pickle based then,
No,
but a lot.
but that's the big seller here.
okay. Okay.
On their website, which I perused today, they had a recipe section. And I was like, ooh, let's see what sort of fancy pickle recipes there are.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're not fancy.
No.
It looks like Dolan made these recipes up. But it's great. I mean, they looked, you and I could follow them.
Sure.
I would almost think we could do one, like an episode of food, show.
Of Atlas
Yeah,
Eats.
you could definitely do one with some of these recipes, right?
All right.
So one of them, this one's off the top of my head. They called it a sweet and sour pickle.
Okay.
And they took whole pickles, like the big ones, kind of that look like a turd in a jar. You know those pickles?
Oh, the ones at the gas station.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they made a big old thing of, looked like I would consider it to probably be Kool-Aid.
Oh.
And they put him in the Kool-Aid and they left it in there for like a week.
Yeah.
And then they took it out and had saturated. So it was like sweet from the sugar and the fruit flavor of the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And then bitter, salty, sour from the pickle. So it was like a red pickle or a blue pickle. And that was one of the recipes on their website.
So
Whoa.
I've tried this. They're called like Coolicles or something like
sure.
that. Where you mix Kool-Aid in the pickle and
There you go. So it's a
Coolicles.
thing.
Yeah.
The other things they had on there, Cuban quesadilla. Well, Cubans are famous because they got pickles in them.
Sure.
And it was a big, thick pickle.
Okay.
The kind Dolan likes. I mean, this was like more pickle than anything else on this Cuban quesadilla. Pickled egg and potato salad. Oh. That's a pass for me.
I'll take that right now.
I love pickled eggs and potato
And
salad.
potato salad. Yeah.
Jalapeno hummus.
Yep. I'd eat that right now.
Jalapeno bread and butter pickle with cracker. So basically, it was a round cracker with a pickle on it is what it looked like to me.
So as much as I love dill pickles and the vinegar, and I hate bread and butter pickles. I hate
I'm down with
pickles.
that. I don't like them.
I cannot do.
It's got to be dill.
It's
Gotta be
dill
dill.
only. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dill.
I don't even like sweet pickles.
No.
much.
No, and that's the thing. Like, I've seen those sweet and sour ones where it's supposed to be kind of a mix of in between. Even those, I just can't. No, 100% dill.
You want to get into a fight, you go to a Christmas party and you put out sweet pickles and you don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
If I get in there and I bite a sweet pickle, I will slap your face.
Yes.
The amount
Don't
of times
put no
that's
sweet
happened
pickles.
to me.
Yeah.
You got to check first. You got to do the pickle sniff.
Yeah.
Is that's no, it's sweet. You throw it back in the
you
jar.
throw
I don't
that
want
back.
that.
I don't want that.
Right.
No.
I don't understand the bread and butter pickle either because that sounds like it should be good, and in the end, it really isn't.
Yeah, it's just disappointing.
It really is.
It's not disappointing. The smoked salmon and spear sandwich, they called it. It was just a big old pickle spear right in the bread.
Yep.
Pickle dog.
Yeah. What?
A pickle dog.
Is this where they hollow out the pickle and they put the hot dog inside?
Not for what I could tell, it was just a brat with a pickle on it. Then they had a Texas style hot dog. So, you're familiar with like the Chicago style and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, this was a hot dog with pickle spear. It looked to me like they actually make pickles that fit in a hot dog bun, is what it looked like from the picture.
Oh.
Otherwise, you'd have to, maybe they cut it and trimmed it some way, but otherwise it looked like it was supposed to be there on purpose.
You're talking like a triangle, kind of like a little triangle. So
So it
sits
sat in there.
nicely
So you get a bite each time you bite the hot dog.
Oh, interesting.
They made something called a deli pickle wrap, which what I could tell looked like just lunch meat wrapped around a pickle.
Okay.
Ooh, with cream cheese. That's the best. And those little snacks you always get at
Like
at
tortilla
holidays.
bites, like
Yeah, yes.
pinwheels or something they call them sometimes.
Yeah, but with the corned beef, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Corned
sometimes
beef
that. Yeah, dried
wrapped
beef
up?
or
dried
something.
beef.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We call those Arkansas rolls.
Yum.
Everybody's got a different name, I
Yeah.
think. Let's see what else they have. Oh, yeah, I told you about the sweet and sour pickles. And then they had something called pickle pizza. Now,
There you go.
pineapple on a pizza, that's a different story.
Okay.
This pickle pizza, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the hot pickle. I like pickles to be cold. If I'm going to put it on my burger, I want it to be right out of the fridge. I don't want it to be warm, right? So pickles on a pizza for me, you bite it, you get that, you pull it off, and you get that hot, burning pickle stuck to your face. That's not great.
No.
But this pizza, you take the pepperoni for your pizza.
Okay.
And you soak it in pickle juice for 2 hours in the fridge. You just brine them.
Oh.
And then you take your pepperonis and put it in a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Then you cook the pizza. Then you throw the pickles on top of the pizza when it's done, it looked like.
Oh.
So they're not baked in the pizza. They kind of warm up to the pizza, and they're sitting on the top. So you're biting in. You got the sweet and sour. You've got like the salt, because there's definitely going to be a lot of that going on with the pepperonis. And that was their recipe, pickle pizza.
Now, I love, so as I've said on the show before, I used to manage a gas station here in town, and we made a bacon cheeseburger pizza.
Yeah, made those before.
Oh, man, I would throw so many pickles on that before. See, I don't mind the warm pickle, though, especially in that setting.
Yeah, when I used to work at Valentino's, we made a bunch of bacon cheeseburger pizzas. That was the pizza of the day. I think it was Tuesdays. But I could never eat it. You know why? The sauce. It was half ketchup, half mustard.
Oh, that's the best.
Ooh.
Mustard, no thanks.
Oh, yeah.
One of these days, we're going to explore your hatred for mustard.
Gotta find a mustard beer.
That's a whole nother series.
If any of you listening knows where to get a mustard beer,
That's disgusting. Keep it to yourself.
send it in, please.
Oh, sick. Let's see. So that's all the information I had about that. I just Google searched today. I wanted to see like if this was a trend or prevalent or whatever.
Sure.
I found over 30 different pickle beers.
Really?
Real quick, within like a couple minutes search.
Okay.
Most of them were in the sour goes flavor. Mm-hmm. Some of them were pickle lagers. I found a couple IPAs.
Oh.
A pale ale I found, which was from Australia.
Okay.
So they made a pickle. It was like they called it a rye pale ale.
Eesh.
And this one was pretty awesome because it was called, let's see what the brewery, Dainton, Dainton Brewery and Tap House.
Okay.
And I was like, where is this? This was like a crazy address. And something tipped me off. It said Mum, M-U-M. I was like, okay, that's got to be some sort of British thing.
Yep.
But it was Australian.
Oh.
The beer was called Pickle Dan. Like after Pickle Rick, Rick and Morty, their brewer's face was on the pickle. And I was like, that's pretty good.
That's pretty fun.
That is pretty good.
Pickle IPA.
Yeah.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know about.
I don't know about that either, but yeah, Pickle Rick, pretty good.
Let's not make this a habit of sending us pickle beers now, because this has happened where we've gone down this road a few times.
We're gonna have like 8
and
of
then
them.
we get inundated with. I appreciate the beers that come in the door. Let's temper our excitement
see.
for
Hold
pickle
on.
beers.
My fridge is, always has room.
Okay,
for,
Yeah. We got another
So-
one in the back for pickle
Think
beer.
about
yeah.
producer Dolan here to if you want to bring us some pickle beers.
So here's who I do, and I didn't even count this one in there, but I know Dogfish Head makes a pickle beer now. I saw it.
They do. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Great Lakes Brewing Company, which is in Michigan.
we've had some of that.
have.
Our friend Thomas Piper has given us
Yep.
some of that beer before.
They make one. Southern Tier makes one.
Really?
And then there's one in Pittsburgh by the East End Brewing Company. Have you ever been to Pittsburgh?
No.
I haven't either. Have you?
I have, but I was there for a solid 6 hours.
Okay, so that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
So there's like a food court area that's kind of famous.
Okay.
And there's a sandwich place there. It's called Primanti Brothers, which is like world famous.
Okay.
And they have a sandwich. They have a bunch of different sandwiches named after people, but I think one of them is like the Roethlisberger sandwich or something.
Okay.
I saw it on TV, like a Food Channel show.
Okay.
They have a beer that's a pickle beer. It's a pint. It comes in a 4-pack. It was like a joint collab with this brewery.
Okay.
That's down the street from the sandwich place.
Sure.
But this is like a world famous like they make some, I don't know if it's a Reuben. It's not a Reuben. Maybe it's like just like a Cuban sandwich.
Okay.
There's something that they're really known for at this place, and they have their own pickle beer. So I wrote that one down. Woo. Let's get after this one more time. The Dolan's is empty, and we're just like, oh my goodness.
I almost gave the rest to Dolan. Not because it's bad. It's just because it's so different. It is so pickly, like pickle juice. It's pickly.
Yeah. I'm actually liking it more now.
It's so weird. It goes in between, like it goes back and forth between pickle juice and sour.
Yeah.
Pickle juice and sour. Like
It tastes totally different if you don't let it hold up to your nose. If you don't smell it, if you just take a drink.
Yeah, you're right.
But if you let it get in your nose, your brain is like, this is going to be 100% pickle juice, and I don't want it.
Yeah, you're right. It's interesting. Huh.
That's just how that works. Your nose is amazing. Your brain's crazy. Here's some more research I did, because I was like, there's a pickle hole here. We're going down it.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
When I think of
so many jokes here.
Yeah, you make your own.
Dolan said before he likes the warm pickle. There's so many jokes.
You can pull
Notice
a pickle.
I haven't said any of them. Go ahead,
I've been
please.
pretty quiet.
Please.
When I think of pickles, I think of a lot of things.
Okay.
But the main thing is the Vlasic pickle.
It's classic.
It's the classic,
Yes.
right? Especially for our age group, right?
With the stork and the... Where they ever came up with that, I don't know. But
I know, because I did the research.
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right.
1974.
Okay.
The Vlasic stork was brought around. Vlasic as a company started in 1942.
Okay.
By, I want to say, maybe somebody from Slovakia was the name of the country at that time.
Okay.
So, come to the United States, immigrate, does his thing. His son ends up getting like a milk route, like as a milk delivery person.
Okay.
And that becomes the biggest milk delivery and then milk producer in New Jersey. They're from Parsippany, New Jersey, which is a fun word to say.
Sure.
1974 rolls around, And they're like, you know what? We need a mascot. Everybody's got them.
Sure.
We need one. So guess what's happening in 1974 United States?
Lots of babies.
Hardly any babies. It was a baby downturn.
Oh.
It was like right at the end of Vietnam War. And there was like the lowest birth rate that had been in the United States for 100 years.
So, you know what year I was born?
What year?
74.
Maybe it's because of these pickles.
Maybe.
Here's what they thought. You know what people like? Babies. And the stork brings babies.
Yeah.
And guess what pregnant ladies like?
Pickles.
Pickles.
Yeah, pickles and ice cream, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's the old story.
So that's why the stork is the mascot for the pickle. Because there wasn't any babies being delivered, so he had time and he started delivering pickles instead. So that was the idea of the marketing.
Oh, okay.
And it's stuck, and it's been that way ever since. Basically, he's Groucho Marx.
Because he like smokes
And
the
he's got
pickle
the pickle,
cigar.
and he takes a big old bite.
Yeah.
Snappy, crunchy. And that's on purpose. He was designed to basically be Groucho Marx.
Okay.
He's got the glasses. He's got a little cap.
Yep.
He's got the...
Right, he talks like this.
Yeah, and he talks like Groucho.
Yeah.
One of the things in 2010, they did like a redesign, to modernize him up. And it was like more of a 3D looking... It was a creative, like on the computer, right? So it was one of those things.
Okay.
And very similar to the Sonic Hedgehog movie.
Oh, yep.
That came out. Like the previews, and everybody lost their mind, and they're like, okay, we'll go back to the drawing board. That's what they did with this.
Right.
This 3D version was like, nah, this is not our stork.
Like New Coke.
Yeah. Give us back the old stork. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much what they did. So
Does he still like smoke the pickle cigar then?
I think he still has it. I don't really ever remember seeing him in anything.
He would even hold it like Groucho
Oh
Marx,
yeah,
like a cigar.
for sure.
right?
It was
You're
a
like,
total ripoff,
Yeah.
but in a great way. And when you're a kid, when you're watching these commercials, you don't know Groucho Marx really.
We all smoked the pickle cigar though after.
Yeah.
Just like the stork.
We learned TV's terrible.
TV's awesome.
Yep. So that's why we got to this. Their pickles are all grown. Cucumbers are all grown in Michigan.
I finished it.
Good job.
Yeah. Michigan. What?
Yeah, that's where all their cucumbers are from. That's where a majority of the cucumbers in the United States are come from, Michigan. And these two towns, Mount Pleasant and Kalamazoo,
Okay.
are the main producers for Vlasic, and they have a production facility in Michigan too, where they process them all, and then they're shipped off. I think Vlasic is now owned by ConAgra or some mega corporation. But,
Sure.
it was independently owned till like the 60s, and then they started, getting bought out. So they're still Vlasic, but it's under the umbrella of another big company.
Okay.
So that's what I know about that. Have you ever seen? You probably haven't, but I was growing up, I had a Disney book that my mom would read me every once in a while, and then there was also like a short Disney cartoon about this, and it was called Lambert the Sheepish Lion. Do you remember this?
No.
So it was basically a short story about a stork who flies in and delivers these lambs to these sheep. And the last mother lamb doesn't get a baby. She's so sad. Well, in the bundle happened to be a lion instead of a lamb. The lion got mixed in.
Oh boy.
And the mom sheep was so excited to get a baby that she kept that lion.
Okay.
And the stork tried to take it back, and she said, "Get out of here. This is my baby." So this lion grows up thinking he's a sheep. That's the gist of it. It's
Okay.
about a 5-minute cartoon. Well, the stork in that looks exactly like the one that's 20 years later is in the Vlasic cartoon commercials.
Okay.
So I'm guessing they were inspired by the
Oh.
Disney creation, which came out in the 50s. The only other thing I did about pickles, I don't know. I married into this tradition.
Okay.
Dolan probably has this tradition just because he loves pickles so
Okay.
much. The Christmas tree pickle. Have you heard of this?
I've never heard of this.
You've never heard of this? Have you heard of this?
No.
I had never heard of this until I got into my wife's family. And
Okay.
they do it on both sides of her mom and dad's family.
Okay.
Let me take a drink of this pickle elixir. Hold on one second.
I will guarantee that no matter what this is, this will be a Dolan family tradition from this point on.
It's a good idea.
Sam loves pickles too. So
You have to do this.
By the time this airs, Dolan will have been married already. So
Yeah.
at the time of recording, we're 4 days away.
4 days.
So this will be a family tradition for him, whatever this is.
Okay. Well, this is what it is, basically.
Okay.
Long story short, you get a pickle, ornament, a Christmas ornament that's the shape of a pickle. Usually they're pretty small, like about, I don't know, an inch.
Okay.
2 inches at the most. And somebody, usually the mom, whoever's in charge of your family, hides it in the Christmas tree. Either on it or deep inside the recesses of the tree where you can't really see it, right? Christmas morning, or whenever you have your family gathering, kids go to the Christmas tree and they try to find this. And whoever finds the pickle gets good fortune for the year or an extra present from Santa Claus if you have that in your house.
Sure.
But you try to find it because it's so small you can't find it in a huge tree full of ornaments. So it's like a time killer, and it keeps the kids busy for a while in the morning to try to find something. It's also usually done, at least in my wife's family, when you're putting the tree away, because you're just like ripping through stuff and you're trying to find it everywhere right in the tree. So stuff gets knocked off and you might as well just put it away. So
Just put it away then.
the theory behind this, I had always heard it was like something that was done in Germany.
Okay.
So I looked it up today because we're talking about pickles, and I was like, well, I want to know because that was not my family. My family was German. I'd never heard of this.
No.
Well, guess what? They hadn't heard of it in Germany either. So it found out there was 3 different versions as to where this maybe started.
Okay.
The main one, the one I believe, is they started bringing in glass ornaments, Christmas ornaments from Germany and France in the 1890s.
Like importing them into the country.
To sell. And the main store was Woolworths, which was like a 5 and dime,
Yeah.
right? So most people had access to a Woolworths. And they were, for some reason at that time, vegetables were like a big thing, paintings of vegetables and just whatever. So glass ornaments of vegetables were coming into to the country.
Okay.
And it was something that you could have purchased, to put on your Christmas tree. So one of them probably was a pickle.
Okay.
That was something that the people that bought them or whatever, most of the people had this was German descent in America. So they would just say, oh, this was something that we did or my family did back in the day in Germany. And they traced it back, and Germany was like, no, we've never done that. But now, as of within like the last 5 or 6 years, that is a tradition in Germany. Now it's like traced its way back. It was a rumor for so long.
Yeah.
And now it really is happening there. But it didn't start there. It started in the United States.
So they just own it now. They're just like, yep, that's
You're
us.
like, we did that.
Totally.
The other origin was a Civil War origin story. So we're talking 1860s. This guy named John C. Lauer got captured by the Confederates.
Okay.
And he's in prison camp for 8 months. And he's basically dead. He's dying. Christmas Eve, he begs one of the guards, hey, man, let me have that pickle. Give me that pickle. That's what Dolan would ask for, too. Give me that pickle. It's Christmas Eve. I'm going to die unless I get something to eat. So the guard gives him a pickle, and it spares him. He stays alive, and he makes it, and he gets out, and he goes back to his family. And every Christmas after that, he puts a pickle by the tree to remind him that he survived Christmas and he made it out.
Because of a pickle.
Because of the pickle. Pickle gave him life, just like Dolan. Third thing, this comes from Berrien Springs, which is the home of the Christmas pickle. It's the Christmas pickle capital of the United States and the world.
Where?
Berrien Springs, Michigan, which is where a lot of these cucumbers come from.
Okay.
Theirs version sounds like Catholic. So
Okay.
it's based on Saint Nicholas, like, the guy that became Santa Claus.
Sure.
Well, there's these two, and so I don't know how this works out, but they're 2 Spanish kids. And they were at an inn with their parents. And the innkeeper was a bad person. And he grabbed the kids, and he was going to do stuff to them.
Oh.
And so he hid them in a pickle barrel in the back of his shop. And they were stuck in the pickle barrel. And I guess St. Nicholas blows into town, kicks open the door, busts open the barrel, saves the kids.
Okay.
Christmas pickle born. Boom. That's where that comes from. So whichever one of those you want to believe, that's where the Christmas pickle comes from. If you go to Hallmark, you can buy a Christmas pickle. If you go to Amazon and you search up Christmas pickle ornament, there's like 1,000 different ones.
If I go to the Hallmark store and I ask for the Christmas pickle and they laugh at me, I'm coming back here pretty mad. I'm going to do this now. I'm
what
going
if
to
they
go.
point at you? That'd be great.
That would be funny.
Go to Amazon and just type in Christmas pickle, or just Google it.
Guess what you're getting for a wedding present?
I was thinking the same thing.
Christmas pickle.
That's a good
I
idea.
would not be mad about that.
Okay.
You got to
there you
start traditions. That's one of the best things about family. And getting married.
Tradition.
It's with kids too, like just having traditions. So this is now. Do I have one? I think we do have one at my house now.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were
a kid. I do
children,
have a kid.
I
Yeah,
was gonna
but
say yes.
Christmas pickle. I
Yes.
think we do. But for some reason, most of them are glass. So be careful with, when you're touching the pickle, be careful with it, Dolan. Don't break it.
Once again, there's jokes there.
So that's it. That's all my pickle stuff.
Weird. Okay. I've never heard you've never heard the Christmas pickle
I've
thing?
never heard of the Christmas pickle.
Let's go out on the floor later or just send an email and just be like, hey, who's heard of this? Because I'd never heard of it until I got into the fam, and that was the thing that if we don't have it, if the mother-in-law does not see us find the pickle, you better not come to dinner after this. Because
Really?
it's a big thing in her family.
Gosh. Okay.
So, and if we get it in my in-laws' house, it's usually like a $50 gift card. So you're looking for this pickle. Oh yeah. I've pushed people over. I've seen it before we started. I found it one year, and I did one of those. I don't want to look at it because I see it, and I did one of those.
You're sitting just in the right spot.
And then I went whoop, and I grabbed it. Oh yeah, I was mad.
Pickle.
In your face.
Yes. That's
Pickle. I'm a pickle magnet, Dolan.
That's the Christmas spirit right there.
Okay.
Oh,
Weird.
one final story about pickles, and
Okay.
then we'll move on to
Oh.
the guest beer.
Okay.
I was I've got a weird sense of humor.
No.
I would think.
No.
And I've always had it.
Okay.
Pretty on
And
spot.
In third grade, we had a school a roller skating thing. Right?
Okay.
I think it was third or fourth grade.
Sure.
And I was with my best friend, Daryl Rivers. And he was a bad kid. He was a real bad influence on me. And he still is because we still hang out and we do bad stuff. But neither of us really liked to skate, right? We would play Double Dragon on the arcade.
Yes.
And they had a little snack shop at the skating rink down there in Lincoln at 48th and basically a little bit north of O Street next to Cool Crest Golf Course. Shout out. So one day we were sitting there and we were like, you know what would be funny? Let's go get one of those big pickles out of the jar at the counter. And we bought it and we put it in somebody's shoe. And oh my God, did we think that was hilarious.
Hilarious.
We sat there and we waited to watch them put their foot in it just for probably like an hour.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's going to do it. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's gonna... And he finally did it.
Whose shoe
I
was
don't
it?
even
Just a
remember.
rando.
Yeah, just some kid we probably didn't like. Put a pickle in his shoe. Oh, hijinks.
That's funny.
That was pretty funny.
That's pretty hilarious.
I mean, that's me to a T. Pickle in a shoe.
What's better than Double Dragon at the old skating rink?
Putting a big old dill pickle in somebody's shoe.
Yep.
Pickle pranks.
Pickle pranks. There you go. The last thing about the brewery I thought was kind of funny, and it's only because if you get our VIP email, you would have got it a couple weeks ago. Our meet and greet in Boston, who Aaron Daly on the Facebook page named it Boostin', the Boostin', which Jamie thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know why. On Saturday, October 26th, at the brewery, they have their 7th annual. So they've been doing this every year that they've been around. Their 7th annual brewery tour.
What brewery?
At the brewery.
At this place?
At this place, yeah. The Martin House Brewing. They have their 7th annual brewery tour.
I like it.
Brewery. So it's probably like the haunted brewery like Cross Drain does every year or whatever.
I heard another can open.
Yeah, this is the surprise beer. What do you got in store for us here?
It's a sour, Goza style.
Gotcha.
So it's in the same wheelhouse.
Love these.
It's from Torn Label, which is in Kansas City.
Okay.
And it's called No Worries, which is something I say all the time.
No worries.
Even though a lot of times there are worries, but I still say it.
You do worry a lot, though.
Oh, I'm a worrier. Thanks, Mom.
You're totally a worrier.
A worrier.
Yes.
Pat Benatar song, I Am the Worrier.
Isn't that I'm the warrior?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you're on to me.
So why did you choose this beer then as the surprise beer?
Well, because it's the same base style.
Okay.
It also had, let me tell you what's in it. Sour ale with grapefruit peel, lime zest, hibiscus, and lactose. So it had some sort of like fruit, vegetable sort of concoction. This is also kind of a summer style beer, which I would say that is. We're not going to be drinking a lot of those in the snowfall. So this is like a summer style one as well. And it's a brewery that's close to here. We can go there. We have travelers down there in the Missouri area.
Yep.
They can get here. This is something we can't get here. It's not like you can go to the store and pick this up. So my buddy Mitch Strong got us this. He used to be a neuro ICU nurse.
Oh.
Did that for a couple years, and now he is like a software producer developer at Cerner.
Oh,
And
interesting.
since he's been on the floor and has worked it, he knows how it should work, right? So
Yep.
he's one of the people that like tests the features and that sort of stuff. So down in Kansas City, that's one of the big. I think it might be the biggest employer, even private, maybe.
Huge.
Is that sort of
You've seen
software.
You've seen their campus, right? Their building. They're right across the street from
there's
Great Wolf
two.
Lodge.
I guess now they built a whole new building which he's in, another campus. So there's
Really?
like 2 campuses now. He told me.
That building is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing.
So he's my Kansas City connection, and that's where we got this from.
What do you think of this one? You should
I like
this.
it. I like it
you
a
should
lot.
like this. I do too. I think this is great.
So this is off of. It's their play on, what did I write it down? A Paloma, which is a cocktail.
Which, if you watch our Tipsy Recruiter, they did a Paloma. Third or fourth episode in, right?
Yeah.
So this
3
is
episodes in.
this is a beer version of that cocktail, and nobody really knows where that cocktail comes from. La Paloma, it means the dove, and in like the 1860s, there was like a folk song called the dove. That was the name, La Paloma, and that's kind of when they kind of trace it back to maybe where it originated because of tequila. It was from the South, So that's where some people think. I feel like I flipped the script on you because here's the brewery information. Look at me.
Look at that.
Torn Label, founded in 2014 by 4 friends. It's in the Casey's Crossroads neighborhood, which is kind of a fun area. It's like artsy. Kind of reminds me of Blackstone here in Omaha, that sort of feel.
Is it? It's not down by the Negro Baseball Museum down there, and the maybe I
think that's a different neighborhood.
Is that different? Okay, never mind.
It's in something called Studios Inc. building, which is like an arts collective. It's a nonprofit, so people can go and make art, and then they have like showcasing, so you can have your art displayed, or the people that work there, you can go and like look at art, purchase art, that sort of stuff. So it's like an artist space, an exhibition center, but their brewery is in the same building. Now they are liking, they want to make some money.
Sure.
But they like that vibe and that collaborative feel and just the feel of the folks that are there. That's kind of their clientele. Their brewery makes 2,500 barrels a year, and there are 31 gallons per barrel, Dolan. So the quick math there, that's a lot of beer.
It's a lot of beer.
Taproom hours, Monday they're open from 5 to 9, Wednesday through Thursday 5 to 10, Friday 4 to 12, Saturday noon to 12, Sunday 12 to 8, and they have 12 of their beers on tap almost all the time. So you have a rotating series right now. They have Russian Imperial Stout that's on for their seasonal. They make a coffee, look like a coffee porter maybe. There's a coffee roaster right down the street from them, a local one in Kansas City. Okay. So they source all their stuff there. And this beer says it's supposed to be a little bit sweet, a little bit sour, a little bit bitter, and a little bit salty.
It's all of those things.
Just like me.
It is delicious. And here's the thing, you're right on. Like you're one step away from this pickle beer. Mm-hmm. Like it really is just one step away.
That's pretty good because I had never had a pickle beer, so I was trying to guess what it would maybe be like or what it would be if you deconstructed the pickle part out. Mm-hmm. Then it was kind of close to this. I really like this one too. I have one more can of this at home. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of savoring it.
I do like this a lot. I may have to try this Torn Label place out.
They have a rotating IPA series there, so they do a lot of different IPAs. I think they do a lot of single hop ones. Aaron could tell you. I think he's been there before. But so a lot of times their IPAs are different. You're not going to get. It's not like they have. I mean, they have some that are standard that for them, but they always do like an experimental sort of thing. So there's the IPA series there that's different all the time. They sell them in bombers,
like Boiler did with down in Lincoln, where they had the 3 different, and then they did just each of the hops separately,
right,
and then one all together.
They do something kind of like that. I think they're on like the 19th version. That's what I could see was on tap. Wow. Their tap list was updated this week when I looked on the website. So
that's what I love about this whole sort of journey that we've gone on, not only doing these, but then drinking different kinds of beers and going to different breweries and stuff, is there are thousands of ways to do this, to just make beer.
Oh, yeah.
Hops, water, barley, yeast, right? And that's it. There are thousands of ways to do it.
Yep.
And it's fascinating, the number of different things that can come out of this.
And what everybody thinks is good. You know? And like what other like some breweries just specialize in certain sort of flavor profiles, and that's what's fun, I think. And just the cans, the art. I mean, look how different those are, but they're both pretty cool.
They're both super cool, yeah,
but super different as well.
Which is fun too, because in the world that we live in now, where maybe art isn't part of school necessarily.
yeah.
Where art and music and stuff like that are getting phased out of schools. There's more of a need for artists for like this kind of thing than ever before.
Yeah. I try to take pictures of. I have an Instagram account that's mostly this sort of stuff, beer pictures and that sort of thing, just because I think it's fun to document. It's so disposable, right?
Yeah.
Like think of all the time and effort and money that went into designing that label to just recycle it when we're done with this.
Yeah.
So it's like my way to like capture some of those things, because like my wife would not let me have every beer I've ever had, right? My empty can or bottle.
Yeah.
I do save some, but if I want to look at this and remember it, then that's what I do. Try to snap a picture or so.
Do I follow that?
I don't know.
No.
So that's what I've got. But
Let's check the old Untapped.
Okay.
On let's do
let's
best.
go best made.
Best made first.
Dolan's gonna give it a 5.
Well, like you said earlier, I think it's just so different from other beers. It's got to be in its own, because it was pickle juice. It was carbonated pickle juice. Let's be real.
It's a sour though at the same time.
I hear you there. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't
It was
think
more
I could,
pickle juice than beer. I would say.
I don't think I
that's
could
true.
hold it up to other sours and compare them or
Right.
give them or put them under the same scale.
True.
So maybe this is its own genre then, because I'll tell you, there's so many of them out there. There was one called, I saw on the can, it was PKL FKR.
FKR pickle.
That was one of the cans.
There you go.
So like there's a ton of pickle. You just Google pickle beer and you'll find, I guarantee somebody in your area is making one.
That was Dolan's nickname in college.
Well, I was gonna say it sounds so familiar. I feel like I've seen a picture of this can.
It's
somewhere.
possible.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Who's?
I can't remember who the brewery was, but if you
I'm gonna look it up after.
just Google pickle beer.
How do you
you'll
order
find
that with kids around? I'll take the pickle
Never.
freaker. All right, so 1,965 check-ins on the old Untapped. Where do you think somebody has checked this in? Oh, it was Michelle.
it. I was gonna say it wasn't
Yep.
me.
It was Michelle.
What did Michelle rate it as?
She rated it 4.
You know what? I think that's fair.
That's
just because
fair.
it was good for what it was. It
Yep.
was super unique. I'm never gonna forget this beer.
Nope.
Are you kidding?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm rating on the flavor, but also the experience and like who I'm with and where I'm at, what I'm doing. So that all gets wrapped. I'm an emotional voter. So I'll go 4.
I'd say 4 all day long. Yeah, salty, sour.
It was
juicy.
what I wanted to be. I wanted to make a pucker face. I wanted to get pickle pucker.
Like, whoa.
The plethora of pickle puckers.
Yep.
Dolan, what do you say? What do you...
I think I would have done like a 4.25. Yeah, but
Well, you can.
but I think if I'm just gonna guess what the rating is on Untapped,
Yeah.
probably like a 3.1.
I'm going high. I think
gonna go
people
high?
freaked out about this. They wanted it. It was hype. It was super hyped. I think 4.06.
You'd be surprised. 378.
That's still pretty high.
It's still pretty high.
My thought process was, well, I drink the pickle juice. I love pickles, but I'm just one of 3 in this room. So on a broader spectrum.
Yeah. But people aren't, if you don't like pickles, you're not picking that up. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I thought it would be. But 3.7 something is still pretty high for
That
an
is
average.
still super high. Yeah.
Considering what Bud Light's like 2.2 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So
yeah.
that's a lot.
So torn label,
No worries.
no worries. Here we go. Only 200 check-ins
Ooh.
on this.
That's
so,
Yeah.
That's
This was
pretty
one of
low.
their seasonals for the summertime.
and I 100% agree with this rating on here. So, what do you think? 200 check-ins. What do you think?
200. That's tough. I'd say 3.8.
Okay.
3.6.
396.
Yeah.
And I would go a straight 4 on this.
Yeah.
This is a 4 for me all day long. I wouldn't be sad to order this. I'd probably order a second one.
I would definitely order. Yeah. If I had to pick between that and this one,
Yep.
to drink, just to enjoy, I'm going with this one.
Yep.
If I'm going to like take a buddy that's never had this pickle one, I'll get that too. But yeah, I would rather have this one.
Yeah.
The no worries.
I just got some like weird fruit badge on Untapped.
There you go.
So,
But I am super glad we got this one because it was everywhere on social.
yes.
This pickle beer. I wanted to see what
Everywhere.
it was.
So-
and just this one, which is
Yeah.
weird because there was, when I started looking into it, there were so many of them out there.
I almost wonder if it's because of their association with Best Made and their how they are in Texas.
It must be something. Because other than me telling you, did you know that Dogfish had a pickle beer?
No.
So it's not like it had to be something. Just lightning in a bottle for this one Best Made pickle beer.
There's a whole market for pickles, pickled
Stuff,
flavored things,
right?
pickled things.
I've seen pickled toothpaste before.
Yeah.
Pickled chips are a thing. Vlasic is making them, and they're in the development stage right now.
Pickled chips.
I love pickled chips.
The
Like Lay's?
dill pickle. Yeah, I could eat those all day.
Yeah, Vlasic is making their own right now. They're trying to develop it out. Have you ever had, this is one of the things I saw on their Vlasic website. 2010, they developed a hamburger-sized pickle. It was one pickle slice to cover the entire burger. And they grew cucumbers on purpose. They put them in a mold to shape them so that they could make that pickle. What? But I don't remember ever seeing that.
I don't remember this.
Talk about the hot pickle on your face.
Yeah.
A hamburger-sized pickle, one bite, and you pull it out. That would...
No.
No thanks.
Ooh.
He's so intrigued. Look at him.
He's
now.
he was trying to figure out the logistics of how he would do it.
Yes.
I'm just thinking
How
of
would I eat this?
what kind of mold would they use, and how would they use the mold without killing the cucumber?
Well, that's like people that put that grow pumpkins in shapes. They can do that, So it's probably the same thing.
Yeah.
Or watermelons. I've seen square watermelons.
Yeah, I've seen the square watermelons, and I guess I've seen they put a rubber band on a watermelon, and it grew to look like an hourglass.
Like an 8.
Okay.
Like a
Number 8.
Well, the infinity sign or something.
Yeah.
Nature finds a way.
Or if we poke nature,
we
can
yes.
find a way
Yeah,
to make nature do what we want.
Yeah. Wow. Yikes. That's Michelle. Thank you again. This was awesome. Special thanks to AHS Nurse Staffing down in Texas for
probably the most unique beer I would think. that we've done.
Absolutely.
Please send me more.
More pickle beers.
More pickle beers, please.
Made in Texans by Texans, right? I mean, it says it right on the can. So next week we have 2 more. This is more Brian style next week. Couple IPAs from her.
Ooh, can't wait.
And she said these are legit. These carry super high trade value.
Oh.
Yeah, they're for real. I've hidden them in the bottom of the beer fridge.
Very good idea.
Yes. Yeah, because
I still don't have access to that beer fridge. That's probably a good thing.
That's weird because Polinsky has access to the beer fridge, which
boy.
is super weird. I don't understand why. I don't know.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
We definitely will. So IPAs from Michelle Swain and AHS Staffing next week. We can't thank you enough for sending these to us.
Yeah, thank you. I was glad to try that.
Wow,
one.
that was cool.
That was awesome.
So Dolan's a big fan. Mm-hmm. Well, Brian, we're not going anywhere for a while.
Let's have another beer.
Or a pickle beer. Thank you for listening to A Beer with Atlas. Special thanks to our brand team for producing the show. Each episode of A Beer with Atlas is powered by Atlas MedStaff, an industry leader in travel healthcare staffing.